Good evening. My name is Cordia, and this is Insurance Talk Tuesday with CCI Protection. Our mission at CCI Protection is to serve, to educate, and to protect. So we are doing a series of videos just going over coverage. So for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the personal auto insurance policy and going through those coverages. We've talked about them, our liability coverage. We've talked about you, our optional coverages. And now we're going to talk about the meat of the policy, what the policy is really known for, and that's the protection for the actual vehicle, right? So the car, coverage for the car, which is our third one. So today we'll talk about collision and comprehensive coverage. We will go into roadside assistance. We'll go into rental reimbursement and gap insurance on the next video, but we'll just cover collision and comprehensive for this one. All right, so comprehensive coverage is going to protect you against anything that damages your car that's not an accident. Right, so God forbid it's stolen, you have hail damage, it's vandalized. Those types of things are going to fall under your comprehensive coverage, or there's a flooding of the vehicle catches a fire, those types of things. But those are non-fault accidents, and they fall under your comprehensive coverage. So with collision and comprehensive coverages, you're going to have something called a deductible. Well, what is a deductible, right? A deductible is the amount of the claim that you are responsible for, right? So in the event of an accident, whether it's comprehensive or collision, there is an amount that you pay first before your insurance carrier kicks in with the rest, right? That is your deductible, the amount that you are responsible for paying. So typically that number is $500, $1,000. We can see them go up higher, but that's normally about where we see them. But that means in the event that you have a claim and you have $2,500 worth of damage to your car, you would pay the first 500 or the first 1,000 before your insurance carrier kicked in with the rest. So that is your deductible, and that's how it works with both the collision and comprehensive coverages. All right, so comprehensive again, anything that damages your car that's not an accident. And I'll just kind of throw something in, just a little did you know that a lot of people don't. Comprehensive coverage will cover the damage to the actual vehicle. So let's say someone breaks into your car, right? They smash your window, they're damaging stuff with the glass, like they really vandalized it and had it at a point where it's going to need some repairs. But they also take your laptop out, you had your clippers in the car, maybe you had your PS5 in there because you were just running in and grab something and come back out, and you had quite a few things that were taken outside of the car. Your comprehensive coverage is going to pay for the physical damage to your vehicle. It will not pay for the things that are inside of your car, right? So typically people assume that their car insurance, their full coverage is going to take care of the things that were taken out of their car. That is not the case. You do need either a renter's, a homeowner's, some type of residential policy. And within that policy, there's something called off-premises protection, and it will take care of your contents that are not inside of your home. Usually it's a certain percentage of the overall coverage that they'll allow you to have outside of the home. So that's really important to know. Yes, if your car is broken into, they cause damage to the vehicle, your comprehensive coverage will take care of the car. But for those things that are taken out of your vehicle, you need to have some kind of residential policy in place. And outside of it just being really important to have renters or homeowners coverage, this is a really big thing because you want to make sure you have that protection for things that are inside of your car as well. Right, so that's my little tidbit on comprehensive coverage, and something that I find that a lot of people don't know. Be aware that the things inside of your car are not going to be covered under your auto policy, but under your residential policy. Okay, so that's comprehensive. Anything that damages your car that's not an accident, right? Non-fault accident. All right. So now let's talk about collision. This is an at-fault accident, right? So this is going to be you have an accident, you're at fault and now you need to get your vehicle repaired, right? We are still subject to that deductible, whether it's a $500 or $1,000 deductible again, and then your insurance will kick in with the rest of the repairs after you meet that deductible threshold. This is really important and why I tell my clients to give me a call. Let's have a conversation. Let's make sure filing the claim is the best thing for you. Things that we would automatically assume, hey, yeah, that's going to be an at fault, right? Bagging accidents. You're bagging out of a space, you run into someone. That's at fault, right? We kind of know that. You're following behind someone, you run into the back of that car. Right, that's at fault. Things that people often don't think are at fault accidents that are. You run over a really huge pothole in the middle of the street and it's like really big, like really, really big. And your car hits, you damage your bumper, your grill, you're having some maybe framework. That is a collision claim, right? You ran into that. That is an at fault accident. There's no other way to file it. That is at fault. And so if you're having a situation where you're running into that pothole and it's only causing a little damage, and maybe it's $600 worth of damage and you have $1,000 deductible, that's not something that you necessarily want to claim. We want to have these conversations. We want to make sure that filing the claim is the best thing for you. Because if you have $1,000 deductible and your work is only $600, you're going to file that at-fault claim that is now going to be on your claims history, but you will not be paid for it because it's under your threshold. $600 is still part of your responsibility. Right? Now, in that same situation, let's say you have $1,000 deductible, but you have a $1,200 worth of repairs. We still want to have a conversation. If you're getting claim-free discounts that amount to $600 for the year, do you want to lose that discount for $200 payout on the claim? Right? These aren't things that you would necessarily think about. It's my job to think about them. So in the event of a claim, I always tell my clients, give me a call, let's have a conversation, and let's just make sure it makes sense, right? So again, collision. You have an accident. It's your fault. Now you need to get your vehicle repaired. You will pay your deductible, whether that's 500, 1,000. Some people have 250 deductibles. They can go lower than 500 as well. But typically, the lower your deductible, the more your premium. The more you're willing to take on at the time of the claim, the less premium you'll have to pay month to month. Right, so that's kind of how that works. Low deductible is going to equal more premium. Higher deductible is going to bring your premium down. So that is collision and comprehensive. Collision, you have an accident, your fault, you need to get your vehicle repaired, you pay your deductible, your insurance carrier kicks in with the rest. Comprehensive, anything that damages your car that's not an accident, stolen, God forbid, hail damage, flood, vandalism, those types of things. So we have the non-fault at comprehensive, the at-fault at collision, and typically when you hear someone say full coverage, these are the coverages that they're talking about, that comp and collision being present on the policy. All right, so I will wrap up there, and the next week we will get right into roadside assistance, rental reimbursement, and gap insurance. What is gap insurance? All right, I look forward to speaking with you all then. Bye-bye.